country and we the people on UST Party Radio.
Welcome to UST Party Radio, God, Country, and We the People, with Bill Gruber and Kaz Taylor.
Well, Chris Farrell remains with us from judicialwatch.org, and we have Matt Kibee is the president of freedomworks.org. But, you know, we're going to properly introduce you with a little musical fanfare, then we will begin.
Glory, glory, hallelujah, America renewed. We're taking note of the government and how we're being screwed. Taken advantage of. That's what I meant. That's not what you said. Same thing.
Well, judicialwatch.org is indeed a watchdog on behalf of we citizens of the United States of America, dealing with politicians and holding them accountable. Chris Farrell, that's your job, isn't it?
It is. We're committed to transparency, integrity, and accountability in government, politics, and the law. That's our tagline. That's our mission or our motto. And we mean it. We're equal opportunity offenders. We have upset Republicans and Democrats alike. Because for us, it's principle over politics.
Matt, I know you're a busy guy. Thank you for taking a little bit of time with us. You got a lot of different things going on, but it's really a blessing to know that there's somebody like you and your organization in our corner. I know that's your heart's desire as well.
Glad to be on, and I am proud to be a small part of this amazing movement that we've seen over the last year and a half, and everybody that considers himself a limited government activist needs to appreciate this. We have accomplished so much since last February, and who in their right mind thought that we could so quickly challenge the political establishment, defeat health care, which I still believe we will do, stop a thousand bad ideas that never made it to the House or Senate floor. And we started with 12 people in February. That became hundreds and thousands of people. On April 15th, tens of thousands of people across the country. And the August recess was unprecedented, the way people showed up and challenged their representatives. And FreedomWorks was proud to be one of the primary sponsors of September 12th, the March on Washington.
Matt, I'm pleased to have you come on with freedomworks.org and actually bring you and judicialwatch.org, Chris Farrell, together in the same segment here. You guys have a lot of common denominators. Do you know one another or know of one another's organizations?
We certainly know the organizations. I don't think Matt and I have met in person, though.
No, but Judicial Watch has always been one of those groups that we depend on. Their strategy is a different piece of the puzzle in a lot of ways. I mean, they're going after using the legal system to rein in government as well.
Yep. And Matt, what's the hot button right now with you? I know there's so many things. It would take about a millennium to talk about all of them. But what's the hottest of the hot for you? And we'll talk about that in light of what Chris might have to say.
The hot button right now is President Obama's, I think it's his third or fourth attempt to ram government-run health care down the throats of the American people. And this particular play is the most outrageous yet because clearly the American people have rejected his proposal. They don't like it. The more they hear about it, the less they like it. And now he's talking about using a parliamentary trick called reconciliation, which is a very limited tool that's designed to force Congress to actually pass a budget every year. And by the way, it doesn't actually work for that either. But they're using it to end run the will of the people, most recently in Massachusetts. And they're going to do whatever they need to do to try to ram this thing down the throats of the people. And I think the president, once again, has it wrong, because I think the American people are going to rise up and stop it, even with these tricks that he's proposing.
Wow. Chris Farrell, what do you have to say about what Matt said?
Matt has hit the nail on the head. His analysis is spot on. The consequences, the outcomes of this kind of strong-arm tactics to jam something down the throat of the American public is really disturbing on two fronts. Number one, it condemns us. This is the sort of government action that despite the best intentions and the will of the people, it is extraordinarily difficult to come back from. This is a kind of act that permanently changes the nature of the United States. And the reason I say that so skeptically or so pessimistically is that it is extraordinarily difficult to unring that bell, to take away a quote-unquote entitlement or to reverse a government program or shut down a government agency. It virtually never happens.
It hasn't happened before, but dagnabbit, if they ram that through, they're going to find out that it can be done. Would you say that's true, Chris?
Well, it can occur. I'm not throwing out the possibility, but I'm just saying that your starting position is an uphill fight, and it's a serious one. And I don't know that the American public yet, they know it's a big deal, but I don't know that they understand or they appreciate the very grave consequences of a lot of unintended outcomes that'll come out of this.
Matt Kibee, president of freedomworks.org. Any thoughts to add to Chris's input?
Well, I think this is where the Tea Party movement comes in, because this has been the single largest, most sophisticated, most decentralized grassroots movement I have seen in my lifetime. And I would argue one of the most powerful grassroots movements in American history. And I think they understand already what reconciliation is. I mean, this is a play that Obama started last March during the budget process. So they understand, and they are already starting to focus on the House and Senate targets that we think are necessary to turn to defeat this. And I would recommend that anyone that wants to get involved, we have set up a petition. My poor web guy stayed up all night doing this, but we've set up a petition site at nohealthcarereconciliation.com. The best place to find it right now is it's on the top of the page at Fox Nation. But we need to channel all of this passion and energy, because I do not believe that Nancy Pelosi will get the votes to pass this in the House. She barely did it last time. And more conservative Democrats are refusing to walk that plank again.
Chris Farrell, I know that there's quite a staff that you have there that is keeping a watch every minute, every moment of the day, and there's a whole bunch to watch. What's the hottest topic right now? Well,
what I think is particularly interesting is what we're doing with respect to financial accountability. The American public has been handed quite a bill. In fact, that bill is going to be passed on to children and grandchildren. And I'm a grandfather. I have two little grandchildren, just about 2 years, and another one 6 months. And I hate to think that what the government is doing now is going to be placed on their shoulders. And that, unfortunately, that's the way it's lining up. And the Obama administration is notoriously opaque. Despite their claims of transparency, they are committing us as a country, and really our entire all of our heirs, to tremendous financial burdens. Right now, the outrageous claims by the Obama administration that they're the most transparent operation in history, that statement alone is fraudulent. Folks can go to our website and take a look at any number of instances where we've documented that through government records, to include the 44 government lobbyists or 44 lobbyists that Obama's hired when he said that he wouldn't hire a single lobbyist. But you can go and read all their ethics waivers we have posted on our website.
Man, oh man. Chris Farrell, judicialwatch.org. Would you come back periodically and keep us in tune with what's going on?
Happy to. It's been great.
Well, Matt, here we go. We've got about 50 seconds or 45 seconds left in this show segment. We're going to entrust that you'll come back periodically and give us updates. But what can Tea Party people do right now, not only to stay encouraged, but to target what's going on and make a difference?
Well, we've set up what we call a healthcare war room on our website. And it's a set of tools that gives you the talking points and the location of town hall meetings and the phone numbers and the email addresses of all the people that we need to target to stop this health care bill. And don't assume that your congressman, Republican or Democrat, is good on this issue. Frankly, the good guys need encouragement. The bad guys need to be brought to our side of the issue. But don't give up. Don't get frustrated. We got to keep showing up, and we will take America back.
As a Tea Party activist, it's been nice to know that there are people out there having our back. Catch the U.S. Tea Party Radio live on Thursdays. We'll be back later. This is WSRadio.com.